Good evening, and welcome to Wednesday Night Live Spirit, Mind, and Body Connection. I am Dr. Sharron Stroud. I am the founder of Interfaith Spiritual Center Worldwide, where we believe there's a power for good in the universe greater than we are. And guess what? We can use it, and we are using it every single day of our lives. And I want you to know it's such a thrill to have our beautiful Claudia Thompson with us tonight. Our topic for tonight is wonderful. It's miracles, magic, and the moon. Tonight is the full moon, and I love her brilliant insights about the energy of the celestial bodies and how they influence our own lives. And we're not giving our power away to any of this. We're acknowledging that everything in the universe can support us if we have the knowledge. You know, it's the 12-step program has something about, it's very, very interesting, contempt before investigation. And what I love about metaphysics is there is a mystical element within metaphysics. And I want you to know I wouldn't miss it. And I feel that everything's there to support us. So I do want to acknowledge that Doug is with us. Hi, Doug, dear. So glad to see you. And I want to apologize to those of you who are on the Sharron Stroud site. I don't, for some reason, see those comments here on StreamYard. However, I do go back and I do acknowledge you and just acknowledge you as part of our virtual community. And if you want to go over to the Interfaith page, but just put your comments down. I will answer them. We have a Dr. Sharron Stroud page. We have the Spirituality Gone Wild page sponsored by Debbie Garcia, who is just an amazing presence on the planet. And of course, the Rose of Sharon Sanctuary. And it's being right now also uploaded to YouTube. So I am learning a lot in this process. I want you to know that. And as we gather, I went, Minnie's back. She was at Doggy Camp. I was the keynote speaker for the Global Society of Female Entrepreneurs last week, and then went to a beautiful garden party sponsored by Mercedita Noland, and it was just like stepping into, time. It was this enchanted garden, and with a beautiful energy and loving presence. So Minnie went to Doggy Camp with her uncle Michael McGee, and Parker the Pomeranian, and Peter the Schnauzer. So she was just in her glory, really was. So she's back tonight. And as you know, I do set the tone for every spiritual session that we come together and acknowledge that there is a spirit, mind, and body connection. And that spirit, mind, and body connection lives and moves and has its being right where we are. And I use the Tibetan bells, and they resonate to the heart chakra. And remember, a chakra in the ancient Sanskrit means a wheel of spinning energy in a clockwise fashion. And so as I make each declaration into the law of mind, just feel free to repeat after me. And just, if you want to place your hand on your heart, beautiful, you can feel the beating of your heart. I believe that we were given a heart so we would live one moment at a time, beat by precious beat, moment by moment by precious moment. So just align with me. And for those of you who are on my Sharron Stroud page, I know Carl Wilson's been with us every week, and we love you, and Rhonda from Florida, and Marlene. Actually, Marlene was on the Interfaith page last week, and she's been just a very faithful member of our virtual community, which is really, really lovely. So just feel free to repeat after me as I make this declaration into the law of mind. And if you don't feel comfortable doing that audibly, just to yourself, silently to yourself. I offer you peace. I offer you friendship. I offer you love. I see your beauty. I hear your needs. I feel your feelings. My wisdom flows from a higher source. I salute that source in you. Come, let us work together. Come, let us work together. Come, let us work together. Peace. Shalom. Peace. Shante. Peace. Salam. Peace. Pause. Peace. Pax. Peace. Freedom. Peace. 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 Right now, somewhere in the world, a Jew is saying her prayers, a Hindu is chanting a mantra, and a Buddhist is kneeling at her sacred shrine. Right now, at this very moment, someone is lighting a candle in a cathedral. Someone is making their Hajj toward Mecca, for it is the will of Allah. And yet someone else is lighting a fire in a jungle, repeating an ancient mystical drama. Many, many pathways up the mountaintop, and the view is always the same from the summit. In the dawning of the spiritual sun, for a moment all faiths became as one. The Christian, Buddhist, Muslim, Jew became as one and somehow knew that mystic voice that calls to me, oh, yonder person, I am thee. We are one. And in this oneness do we live and move and have our being. In this oneness do we acknowledge and we absolutely open the circle of life to include all. Our God is all inclusive beyond color, race, creed, sexual orientation, and political affiliation. We are one, and so it is, and so it shall ever be. And so it's very exciting for me tonight to look at miracles, magic, and the moon. Claudia is one of the most brilliant people I know. She's an Emmy Award winner, and you're one of the most humble also. We Leos, we get, all of our stuff out there. We're just so happy about it, right? With a sense of humility, of course. And what really strikes me and always has about Claudia is that her ground of being is spirituality. She is so firmly grounded in the truth of her being, and everything flows out of that. So she's not one of these astrologers that, she has like the doom and gloom and, she's incorporating fear. None of that. When there are things to be mindful of, she shares be mindful. And what I know is that there is a mass mind of fear out there. And when fear knocks at the door, love answers. And behold, no one is there. No one. So the whole month I've been talking about miracles. And what I know is that the very first page of the Course in Miracles, nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God. It's all with a capital R. It's all God. It's all reality. And the magic, one of the highest archetypes in the 12 major archetypes, is the magician. We have the power within us to transform the routines of work into celebrations of life and love. And here we are. And I'm just so pleased my beloved friend, Claudia, who I love so dearly, is going to impart her sacred knowledge.
Well, I am so delighted to be here in the wake of a total lunar eclipse.
Yeah, amazing.
Which tells us that a new chapter is beginning in your life. And if you are familiar with your natal chart, or if you're not, you can get one online in Shareware. Of Sagittarius, because that's where the moon lit up a new chapter. And it really is the truth coming to light, because Sagittarius is the truth seeker of the zodiac. And actually, the symbol is an arrow. So it's that archer shooting the arrow into the air to find the truth. So many beliefs are due to be shattered now over the next 2 weeks. And you are asked to allow, to look at the beliefs that come up that would block your wishes, your dreams, your vision coming into reality. We are in the Taurus lunar cycle until June 10. And at that time, we will have a new moon in Gemini. And the Taurus cycle reminds us that we are of the earth,
yes,
to be connected. That when you feel ungrounded or unsure, that nature is your solace, it's your salve. So spend some time in nature. This angle between the new moon and the full moon is what's called a quincunx. That means there's a dance of adjustment going on between how you're going to ground yourself, how you're going to utilize your resources to ground your vision, how you're remaining connected to nature and honoring your body, doing sacred self-care, while having an adventure. Because the high side of Sagittarius says life is an adventure. Grab it with both hands and expand your spirituality. Sagittarius rules religion. What has been a religion in your life that no longer is aligned with the vision that you have for yourself and humanity? And how can you walk that in your everyday life? So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what makes an eclipse, what makes a total lunar eclipse. This one took 5 hours, beginning at 1:47 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. This past, well, it was today, but it was early today, 1:47 a.m. And so it began to cover the moon. The Earth moves in between the sun and the moon in the time of a lunar eclipse. And so our instinctual, intuitive, reflective nature is blocked during that time. The eclipse was total at 4:18, but the moon was full, meaning the moon and the sun were exactly opposite at 4:14. So we had this full moon release point in total darkness, almost total darkness. And so around 6:30 it was over, but by that time, around 5:30, we had moonset and sunrise. So we didn't see the final part of it. But if you open yourself to the energies of the eclipse, because the moon was blocked, it took you deep, deep into that well of old beliefs. And it asks you now to take a leap of faith. Look at where you could replace a belief that comes up. And because this is a south node eclipse, now what am I talking about? Well, the nodes are positions on the ecliptic of the moon. It's where the orbit of the moon crosses the ecliptic. And this is a south node eclipse, meaning that it has to do with the past. So the beliefs that you're releasing, have compassion for yourself, because there are beliefs that are coming up.
Right.
You may find tremendous, grand resistance to these beliefs because they could be from past lives, as well as childhood. These go deep. And we have eclipses every 6 months. But what happens is the Earth is bathed in the sheet of energy that is characterized by the sign that the eclipse occurs in. So it's very interesting because...
Fascinating.
Yeah, because babies that are born, we each have what are called pre-birth eclipses. I don't know if I've gone into that with you, but we will, because I now add that to every session that I do, because your pre-birth eclipses, solar and lunar, have to do with the eclipse pattern of 6 months prior to your birth. Anytime within that 6 months that you're born, the lunar eclipse says what you wanted to come to learn emotionally, the soul growth you wanted to experience, where the solar eclipse prior to your birth tells you what you agreed to come and teach or share. So it really has to do with your contract. We all kind of like to know that, right? What
Yes.
we agree to here.
Exactly.
So, yeah, so it gives you insights into that, as well as the nodes of the moon, N-O-D-E-S. The nodes of the moon are south and north. And as I said, this is the south node eclipse, indicating the past, old patterns, the comfort couch of our existence, which can definitely have to do with old beliefs and programming. But the north node is where we're going. It asks us to go out of our comfort zone, to find our bliss, to find our fulfillment in this lifetime. So in the next 2 weeks, you're going to have an opportunity to see what the light coming back in after the eclipse popped. And so it's sort of like it stirs up stuff so you can see, where do you think I can't have them, not me? Oh, it's always been this way. It's always going to be this way. This is an opportunity to release all those old beliefs. And one of the things to note is that the ruler of this moon in Sagittarius is Jupiter. Jupiter just moved in recently to Pisces. It's at 1 degree the degree of beginnings.
So isn't Jupiter the prosperity?
Jupiter is an opportunity, prosperity, it expands. It says, whatever you focus on, I'll expand. And this is where the magic and the miracles come in, particularly because we have a square, which is a hard angle, a square, but it's telling us that we can turn a corner now if we are compassionate and kind. And we have all of these cosmic signatures reminding us that we are coming out of the shock of the pandemic.
That is profound. Cosmic signatures.
Yeah.
And to me, that is profound. Coming through the pandemic.
Yeah. I mean, everything's a setup, right? If we look at it,
Yes.
a celestial setup, and we are the universe, each of us. You are the creator. So there are other aspects reminding you now that the old systems are decaying. The old authority.
Is that Saturn?
Yes, just retrograde on May 23rd. You are. That was a lot, right? Yeah. And so right now we have Pluto having moved retrograde, and Pluto has to do with the power constructs, our perception of power, and the authority structures, the institutions that come out of our beliefs and then form our perceptions of power. The military, medicine, education, the government, these are all Plutonian. And I can really say that because this country is having its Pluto return.
Okay.
So this is big stuff. Pluto brooks no quarter. It's the roto-rooter of the zodiac. It goes really deep. And it says, if you will apply elimination, if you will eliminate the old stuff, the old baggage, and it can be painful and to unpack, and you can really see where the resistance is, and you can see where the resistance of the powers that be lies, because we're being programmed right and left, marketed to, programmed. Turn it off. Be the leader in your own life. This is the opportunity for you to take up the reins of authority in your own life. And that actually,
that's powerful.
That's very powerful. It means that you have to have integrity.
Yes.
And you have to be responsible, which means able to respond.
Exactly.
If you are programmed by external forces or feel that your authority, your ultimate authority lies outside yourself, then you are not going to be able to respond to your own life or create what you want.
You're the effect of life rather than coming from cause.
Exactly.
And so what is so powerful, about that is the twin of responsibility is freedom. Freedom to live our lives and to express our dreams and our highest vision, our deepest desire, our most sacred goals. And to me, and you've got the universe now and everything going on with this planetary alignment, and also with some challenges there to go to the next level.
And that's the overarching theme, by the way, of this eclipse. It's the truth comes to light, but it's also freedom and liberation.
Yeah.
Sagittarius is one of two what I call freedom junkies of the zodiac. The other one is Aquarius. And so Saturn is retrograde in Aquarius. Mm-hmm. So it's showing us where we allow our beliefs to limit our freedom. Saturn shows us our limitations. But the high side of that is, let's build something. The Saturn also says we can make a blueprint. And it holds out a promise. It's called the old devil in old astrology because it bangs us up. It gives us a body. We get a body when the soul comes through the universe and gets to Saturn. We get this wonderful body, this wonderful container that we have. But it also shows us the limitations of being spirit in human form. And so Saturn says, I'll pay you back for hard work. Work as love made visible, which is Khalil Gibran's definition of it. Yes. So this summer, as we move into summer, I know one of my clients today said it feels like molasses already. I said, but here's the thing. We are being asked to move more internally. We are being asked, and we will have Mercury moving in retrograde motion on Saturday, the 29th, at 23 degrees of Gemini. Do I hear a collective groan out there? Oh, say not so.
And there's so many people that blame everything on Mercury went retrograde.
Well, remember though, it's RE. So Gemini, it's gonna retrograde in one of its home signs. So that adds a little more bang to it. But reconnect. That's one of the really good uses of it. Reconnect. And look at your inner narrative. This is really what this summer is asking us to do. Look at our inner narrative. Because if you can change your inner narrative in a split second, the miracle occurs.
Yes.
You change your life. And that's the kind of miracle and magic when you're hooked into the true universe of yourself
Exactly.
that you can manifest, that you can achieve.
Right.
So the good news about the retrograde parade that's beginning now is Venus and Mars, which are what are called personal planets. This is energy that we can use, will not be retrograding this summer. They did last summer. We really had a mandate, a divine mandate to slow down, to look at what we truly value, to take better care of ourselves and the things that we hold dear. And to not, as the world comes back out of this time and that the veil of the pandemic lifts, to never let go of what we have seen about what we truly love. And that, to me, is truth. Love, what we love, and what we value. And of course, Taurus, as the overarching energy of this cycle, says, you are enough. And if you know you are enough, you always have enough. And that you are your greatest resource.
Exactly.
So there is a lot going on right now. This retrograde will last until the 22nd of June. And for those of you who know a little bit about more about the movement of Mercury retrograde, there's a shadow period 2 weeks prior. So you may have felt things slowing down already. And then 2 weeks after June 22nd, which interestingly enough, by that time we will be in summer. And the full moon period, the peak of the year will occur, which is the summer solstice.
Right.
So what you have been working on blossoms, births, comes into being at that time. But remember that the universe moves forward like a locomotive, not a rocket.
Yes, exactly.
So the things that you assimilate, that you review, that you find out about your inner narrative, the people that you reconnect with, the ideas, dreams, and visions that you reconnect with, then you will move forward on. And you will kind of get up to speed over the 2 weeks following.
That is just amazing. When we look at the opportunity that's there for us, and when we feel impeded, to me, that's a little trigger symbol to go within. And when we go within, the answers are always there. It's being on the solution level. So with these influences that are coming in, that this divine mandate to know the truth, and to know the truth will set us free. And that when we are living a miraculous life and we are grateful, gratitude is just so powerful. The really brightest beam to heaven is gratitude. And we're feeling that gratitude. And even when things are challenging, to say, all right, this is an opportunity to grow. It's an opportunity to see past. I had something happen this week. We have this blessed little soul in the neighborhood, and she's sort of known as the little busybody. And every time I see her, I just send her compassion. And, she's a little troublemaker as well. She stirs the pot, right? And so to me, that's the opportunity to send compassion and to send the light, and to recognize that there is a God energy within every living soul, every sentient being. There is that. So when we look at our daily life as our temple in our religion, that how are we responding? When the Dalai Lama said, my religion is kindness. And if we have a choice between being right and being kind, if we choose kindness, we will always be right. Always. So when we look at what's going on celestially and what's going on in our own charts, and it's interesting because I have this beautiful book, and It's called New Age Bible Interpretation, Mystery of the Christos. And the mystery of the Christos is Christ consciousness. And what it does is it talks about the Aquarian energy being about the future and about unfolding, and the Saturn energy of the past. And I was reading it tonight, and energetically I could just feel, just within myself, just a deepening going on. And remember, I've been a minister for 46 years, and a lot of ministers think, oh, I've made it. But I have never felt that way. I have always looked at life as an opportunity to grow, to expand, to move to the next level, and realizing that life really is a spiral, right? It's a spiral. And when we're in this change, we're ready to make the next revolution to the next level, there's disorientation. There's like a sense of uncertainty. And then we make that revolution to the next level, and we go, aha, it's like we've always been there. And it feels so good because we are now fitting into it rather than aspiring toward it. So a lot going on the planet, and that cosmic signature, I just really love that energetically, that we're part of that. We're part of that.
We are indeed. And I want to mention something that you can all do to tap into the energy of this full moon even more fully. And that is, to me, new moons are for setting intentions. And this solar eclipse coming up, you will have an opportunity for a brand new beginning. And I want to mention why these are portals. And in ancient times, kings and queens were quite trepidatious regarding eclipses, because eclipses were known to enthrone and dethrone kings and queens, and also to predict, deaths, etc. Major events occur around eclipses. And one of the reasons this is so revelatory is because, as I mentioned, the next 2 weeks you'll be feeling the energies of this lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipses are emotional. They bring up where there's an emotional lack in your life. And in this case, it's going to be, you can look at the beliefs that are being revealed to you that are creating these feelings of lack. And solar eclipses pop new light and new information into an area where it was previously hidden, giving you a new beginning, a fresh start. They have an import for the next 6 months strongly, but the imprint, the way you work with the eclipse, makes an imprint that in the case of a lunar eclipse lasts for 18 years.
Wow.
Solar eclipse, 19 years. So this is big stuff. And if you start to look back at the area of your life indicated in your chart that was impacted by these eclipse cycles, I think you'll be amazed. It really is amazing. So full moons are huge release points. The light grows or waxes, and this is the time to boogie on the light, which is energy, growing, building, outward activity. The full moon peaks, and you see what you've manifested, what you've created. You have a beautiful blossom. Is it a stinky, anemic blossom? What have you got there? And then the light starts to diminish or wane. And this is a more internal time, a time of assimilation. So full moons are huge release points, and they're also a good time for wishing, a wonderful time to make a wish. So the way to prepare the soil, and Sharron mentioned gratitude, and gratitude is the fertile soil in which all intentions, wishes, dreams, visions, and goals are planted. And of course, gratitude attracts more to be grateful for. So you can look at what you are grateful for, and then write down. You can do it on a big piece of paper, or I usually end up translating it to a little Post-it note, and you'll see why in a minute. Write down everything you want to release. Think of a wish. One wish, not the whole kitchen sink. One concise, in the present wish. And with Sagittarius, it might be, I wish that all beliefs that prevent me from whatever it might be are now gone from my life. Or I wish for a belief that I can ride my magic carpet on.
I love that.
Yeah, whatever it might be.
I love
We're
that.
talking about magic and miracles. Also, opportunity. Sagittarius brings opportunities into our life. So, whatever you want to wish for, write your wish concisely, simply, and then look at everything you want to release. Write that down. Then burn the little, like I said, I use a post-it note, but you can use a notebook, piece of paper, whatever it is, burn what you're releasing. And as the smoke rises, feel it like almost like sticky stuff moving through every cell of your body, every particle of your beingness, taking that you are releasing right out of your atmosphere back into, as Sharron says, its native nothingness. And then move inward. Get a visualization of your wish. I often see it on the inside of my forehead lit up. And then get a real picture. The smells, the tastes, the sounds, the colors, everything that is a visualization, a picture of that wish come true. And then take a breath, drop into your body, see that wish turn and drop down, light-filled wish moving through your facial mask, through your throat, down, feeling your beating heart as it moves down, down, landing on your belly button and exploding. The light explodes and fills you with all of the feelings that you will feel when that wish has come true. Joy, relief, accomplishment, contentment, whatever it might be. Allow yourself to feel that with every fiber of your being until you have at least an inner smile, if not an outer smile. And then ramp it up by letting it move through your skin so that the feeling fills your auric field with all of those wonderful, wonderful feelings of that wish come true.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you just sit with that. And when you're done, you open your eyes and then make your full moon notes, because you might have gotten some really good messages with that. But the thing that's so amazing about this is vibration, rhythm, and frequency. Everything's energy, right? So what you have done is you have literally established the frequency of your wish come true. It's a done deal. The only thing that can get in your way are those dream stealers, which are little flickers of consciousness, and will guide you to some of those beliefs that don't need to be in your life any longer, that you don't want in your life any longer. Should you find while you're doing this meditation that something comes up to tell you no in your process, I want you to take a breath in and release it with sound from your belly. You're by yourself. Just let it out. Let a sound come out. The resistance will melt. You can move back into those glorious feelings. Then put your journal or your pieces of paper out under the full moon's light and charge those pages. Charge your wish. Then tuck them away until the new moon. When you pull them out, know that you will incorporate your wish into one of your intentions.
Beautiful. What a beautiful process. And it's so powerful. Every New Year's Eve, we do like the burning bowl, and Good Friday, we do the burning bowl, where we place what we want to release into the bowl, and then we allow the flames. And I always put sage, leaves of sage in it, so that as it spirals up and absolutely releases and returns to its native nothingness, then we embody the goal. And it's good to remember, as an already accomplished fact in mind and experience, it's already happened. So we're not, not wishing that it's going to come true. It has come true. And we are embodying that. And in our way of life, as we accept that it's an already accomplished fact in mind and experience, we experience the same feelings we would have if our requests were already fulfilled. And what that does, it acts as a magnet, electromagnetic energy, drawing to us our highest vision, our deepest desire, our most sacred goal. And as we open to that and then, step into that new estate and that realization that what the angels go before us and prepare the way with ease and grace. And we just step into it. It's as natural as can be. And we just welcome this new energy. And when we plateau out, then the next cycle, the next new moon, as Claudia said, state your intentions, write them down, and then the next full moon, a whole release ceremony. And I love sacred ritual and ceremony because that sacred mythology indelibilizes itself within our psyche, within our heart. And remember, the heart is the doorway to the soul. It's so powerful, so deeply powerful. And then after Wednesday Night Live tonight, Claudia and I are going to go up, as you know, where I live are the mineral hot springs. And we're going to take a dip into the mineral hot springs under the full moon and just really feel that energy. And water, of course, is so powerful, right?
We're micro oceans, aren't we?
Yes, yes.
We are tidal lunar beings, in truth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And water is so very, very cleansing and powerful.
Yes. And just know that something's coming to an end in your life. This is a big completion. And with the solstice coming up, which, as I mentioned, is a time of birth. If you have a business, it's the perfect time to launch it in the wake of that. But when things are completing or concluding, it can be very challenging and emotional. So Jupiter in Pisces reminds you, we talked about that inner game, that inner narrative, to have compassion for yourself first. And then, by the way, both Venus and Mercury were together at the time of this full moon in Gemini. So they remind us loving thoughts, heart-centered thoughts, heart-centered communication. And if you find that you've got these dream stealers coming, take a breath from the soles of your feet. You can do it standing in Trader Joe's or anywhere. And then just feel yourself drop on the exhale into your heart. If you're in your heart, you're present. You can't be in the future or the past if you're truly in your heart.
I agree.
This is something global that we're learning because up until now, living from your heart has been a very kind of nice intellectual concept. But if you breathe in and feel the drop, and we did a bit of that with the meditation that I mentioned, then just drop into your heart space and feel what it's like to see with your heart, to really communicate from that space. Another word for Sagittarius is judgment. And so this is one of the things that you want to release because judgment is of the head. Discernment is intuition in the heart.
It is.
It's an inner thing.
It's a huge distinction.
It is. And so you want to aim, and that's a really good thing to look at your internal game. If you're judging, and we've all been taught to do it, it's a marketing ploy of, judge that, judge this, judge, you're unique by divine design. Comparison is crippling. So, when you judge, the finger turns around, as Buddha said, and comes right back at you. It's all from some feeling of lack in yourself. The good news is, it's pointing to beliefs that I have. When you judge, you close your heart. It literally closes the energy of your heart. When you release that judgment and allow love, the heart opens again. So aim for discernment.
Absolutely. I love that. I've been teaching conscious languaging for years, and we just lift the vibrational frequency of these words because thoughts are things and words are molds and create our reality. And remember that this is the power center, the throat center. That which we utter becomes the outer. Decree a thing, and it is established unto thee. We speak things into existence. So whenever you say, I am, be very conscious of what follows that, because that is creating your reality. And every Sunday we declare, don't we? I am happy, healthy, prosperous, and free. And to open ourselves to that energy and to really acknowledge it. And I just want to thank those of you, that are tuning in. I'm not quite seeing. I was sharing with the Claudia tonight that I have to have the print enlarged on this new computer, which I will do. So Claudia, could you read some of these? It's over on your side. Here, I'll just do
Hello,
this.
Interfaith family. Good evening from Palm Springs. I see Doug and Dustin and
here's Stephanie, and she says, hello, I can barely hear you.
Is it just me? Well, we may need to project more. I know you're really good at projecting, but sometimes
I'm always telling her to project.
Too quiet. So I apologize for that, Stephanie. Hopefully you got some good insights, even if they were softly spoken.
And let's see over here. Dustin Wilson, hi, darling. Some issue, but I can make out the voices. Okay, some issues. So we had some issues here tonight. Okay. And right. I'm just wondering, because we have the volume on quite high tonight.
Are we not close enough to the microphone, perhaps?
That could be.
I don't know. We can lean forward a little bit.
Yeah. And let's see over here.
We're practically done.
Yeah, we're just about done, but we're in a learning curve. Good evening from Palm Springs. Yes, that's Doug. So happy to see you, dear.
Yes.
And all of you. And I know that on the Sharron Stroud page, I know that all of you that are there, I love you, and that I will answer every single comment. I'm really very, very fastidious about that. And let's see over here.
Hi, Fleet.
Oh, good. Wonderful. Fleet says, I can hear you just fine. Good. That's great. That's wonderful. Okay. So thank you so very much. We always love to know where you're from. I like you to post your prayer requests so that our Miracle Working Ministry of Prayer can pray over your prayer requests for 30 days. And we have 3 things. We like to know where you're viewing from, and your prayer requests. And thank you very much for your donations. I know that Julian Hernandez, who is our fabulous videographer, is posting on the Sharron Stroud page. But we have a PayPal account if you'd like to donate and feel moved to do that. We have a P.O. Box 2102 in Palm Springs, 92262. And you can call the 760-902-3408 number if you would like to just donate through a credit card. And we have many people that do that as well. And we're so grateful because of you. Our doors have stayed open, and my heart is overflowing with gratitude. We all have, our fixed expenses, and our doors have remained open, since March 22nd of 2020. Here we are. So much gratitude. And the only, as the Course of Miracles states, the only cost in giving is receiving. So I always conclude every Wednesday night live Spirit, Mind, and Body with a spiritual treatment. So if you have a prayer request, remember, a spiritual treatment is a positive prayer of alignment. It's not begging, it's not bargaining, it's not beseeching an anthropomorphic God sitting in the sky with a little black book saying, okay, that's 2. No, our God is all inclusive. Our God is energy, everywhere present. Our God is a loving energy within us, a loving, warm energy and essence within us. This is our God. And it doesn't matter what we call our God, Buddha, Yahweh, Jehovah, Allah, it matters not, but to acknowledge that which is within us is greater than that which resides in the world of conditions, appearances, and effects. So just align with me tonight. Take a deep cleansing breath all the way down to the soles of your feet, remembering that your feet represent your understanding on the physical plane. For did not the psalmist say, with all you're getting, get understanding? For there is a spirit within man and within woman, and the breath of the Almighty hath given them life and understanding. Through this sacred understanding, we acknowledge all paths that lead to God are good, and we are so grateful for that. And as we open to the healing power of the universe, we know that eye hath not seen, nor ear heard, neither hath entered into the heart of man and woman the things which God hath prepared for them that love. Love being the strongest power in the universe. And now let us know that that which needs to be healed is healed. That which needs to be revealed is revealed. That which needs to be known is known. And that which needs to be released is released quickly, gently, and with grace. Thank you, Father, Mother God, for this way of life, for the recognition that you go before us and prepare the way as we become a light unto our own path. And I want to add, if there's anyone viewing here tonight that possibly cried themselves to sleep last night, know that you are not alone. The love of God surrounds you. The light of God enfolds you. The power of God protects you, and the presence of God watches over you. Wherever you are, God is. This is the truth for you and with you. And let us know that all cause, effect, record, and memory of that which no longer serves us returns to its native nothingness from whence it came, because in truth, it is neither person, place, nor thing, only the life and the energy that has been given unto it. Thank you, Father, Mother God, for each other, for this amazing, beautiful community that we share, realizing the eye in which I see God is the same eye in which God sees me. And when Jesus was so clear about his mission, and this commandment I give thee, that ye love one another as I have loved you, our humanness gives way to the divine, and the Christ consciousness arises triumphant and victorious. We are so deeply blessed. And as I let go and let God do what God does best, I know intuitively, God always gets the job done. And so it is. And so it shall ever be.
May I let people know how to get in
Yes,
touch
I was
with
just
me?
going to say, I would like Claudia to share how you make it, get in touch with her.
You can follow me on Facebook at Moon Powered Astrology. And if you would like a session, you can leave a message for me there on my page, Moon Powered Astrology.
And it's always amazing.
And I offer a pre-session chat of 10 to 15 minutes before we schedule, so that I'm sure to address your concerns of the moment while I'm looking at the universe for you and what's coming today and in the future.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful. And that moon-powered astrology, she has a little video that is very, very powerful and really wonderful. And I just want to acknowledge our Fleet. Fleet is one of our ministers, the minister of music. And you were so fabulous this last Sunday, honey. You were just amazing. So thank you so much. And all of you that, if I did not mention your name, forgive me, because I'm only seeing certain comments here. And but I will answer all of your comments and just acknowledge the energy and our spirit of community that we share every single Wednesday night live, spirit, mind, and body connection. So I say to you, namaste. The God in me celebrates the God in you, and the God in you celebrates the God in me. And if I am in that place in me and you are in that place in you, there is only one of us. Namaste. And I say shalom, the peace that passes all understanding. And God bless us, everyone. Miss Minnie and I will be back next week, won't we, dear? I mean, she just absorbs all this energy, doesn't she? She just kind of nestles into it. She can feel our Prince Fleet Easton. She can feel his energy. She just adores him. So thank you very much for tuning in. Know that I love you. I am grateful for you. And we'll see you next week. So here we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're just so deeply, deeply grateful. And so it is. Good.
There definitely has to be a way to, I mean, we can do it on our phone, so there's no doubt that the text can be enlarged.
Right, exactly.
Without having to go,
Right. And so I'm going to call him tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
And just tell him that.
Now look at your keyboard's pink.
Well, I had to order all that,
Yeah.
Because I got the whole cover. It's called Rose Quartz.
Yes, we almost put you to sleep, didn't we, Mom?
Okay, I'll open it up and we'll. And I couldn't get his comment off. You're supposed to just do this and it goes off.
Oh,
It wouldn't come off for some reason.
well, like I said, 3 more days and Mercury will officially be retrograde. So
No entries found. Okay, I'll go over on my other MacBook Air and just answer a few of these and just thank everybody. And then we'll go up to the pool.
Why this?
I'm going to get something. I'm going to get a table that is the right size, or else I'm going to start using those chairs.
Absolutely. You need to set yourself up. I mean, my setup is it's funny because it's a box that something came in.
Yeah.
And
but it works.
It works.
Yeah,
fine.
it works. And so
and I have a light that I put just like that. So
yes.
Yeah.
Well, we could have put this closer. I just didn't feel that it was necessary. We could have done this.
Yeah, and it's also then it's really in
and this
with our
is
glasses.
rose.
So
yeah, and it's in the glasses. I've had that happen. Okay, let me just do this real quick. Because my iPad has much bigger print.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, and the computer has more than the iPad, not less.
Exactly. I mean, that's a $2,500 computer. Yeah, Julian was with us on the Sharron. See, I would like to see the comments from the Sharron Stroud page. MacBook Air and just answer.
And the computer has more than the iPad.
Oh, I see what happened.
What?
We're still on because all I did was close it.
Oh. Yes, Minnie's still on. Yeah. Well, Mercury's already playing its tricks on us, isn't it? Yes. Yes, oh darling. Yeah.
It's not letting me in now. It says I need a code.
Are we off now?
I would think so. Okay, let me go over here.
Technology's just gonna be crazy. So we really have to keep a deep pocket full of humor handy. Yes, patience and humor. That's what Mercury calls for.
It's still turned on, Claudia.
Sorry, say it again.
It's still live. It's still bleeping the live. So when I click it,
Yes.
I might have to go really. See, this is Debbie's. It's not mine.
She's in Preston, Colorado right now.
So it's not turning off, so I guess no.
Will the computer itself let you turn it off?
Shh. I just turned the whole thing on. Yeah, our whole conversation was recorded.
Well, we didn't say anything untoward, did we?
No?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll get this and then I'll get the mouse and all of that because we don't want it to, the fact that I shut the computer off should help, right?
Well, yes.
Get the other thing. Oh, I know where it is. It's here. See, it wouldn't turn off, and so I just closed it, and I shouldn't have done that. I should have worked with it. That was a lesson. All these little lessons along the way.
That's right. Yeah. Never ending.
See, it's still on. What does that say? How do I turn it off? Just hit the power button. We already did that.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
Well, it's just going to go on and on.